You are going to listen to one last fable. This fable is called The Hare and the Tortoise. Let's go over some vocabulary. Our first word is boasting. Say boasting. Boasting means bragging. Darted. Say darted. Darted means moved suddenly. And our last word is steadily. Say steadily. Steadily means moving continuously at the same speed. What do you see in this picture? If you said a rabbit, you are close. This is called a hare. Say hare. A hare is like a rabbit, but they have longer ears and are usually faster. What do you see in this picture? If you said a turtle, you are close again. This is a tortoise. Say tortoise. A tortoise can be quite a bit larger than a turtle. And while turtles spend most of their time in water, most tortoises live on land. Tortoises move or crawl very slowly when they are on land. So, which animal do you think is faster, a hare or a tortoise? Well, we are going to read a fable about a race between a hare and a tortoise. So I want you to think of who you think is going to win that race. Let's listen to find out. The Hare and the Tortoise. There was once a hare who was always boasting or bragging about how fast he was. He never got tired of telling the other animals how fast he was and how slow they were. The hare was especially boastful when talking to the tortoise. "What a slow fellow you are," he said to the tortoise one day. "I really feel sorry for you, having to creep along like that. Creep, creep, creep." Creep means to move slowly and close to the ground. "It must take you all afternoon just to cross the field." The tortoise was not amused. "You may be fast," said the tortoise, "but I'll bet I could beat you in a race." "Ha ha ha!" The hare laughed. "That's hilarious. You must be joking. A race between you and me wouldn't even be close." The tortoise replied, "Well then, let's try. Suppose we race to the foot of the mountain." "Sure thing," said the hare. The other animals gathered around to watch the race. "Ready?" said the squirrel. "Set," said the mouse. "Go," said the raccoon. The hare darted off quickly. Remember, darted means move suddenly. And ran so far ahead that he was almost out of sight. The tortoise set off too, moving slowly but steadily, or at the same speed. After he had gone about halfway to the mountainside, the hare looked back. He saw that the tortoise was far behind. So far behind, it seemed as if he could never catch up. "This is not much of a race," sniffed the hare. Since it seemed to him that the race was already won, the hare decided to stop and take a little break or rest. He nibbled some carrots and some lettuce. He chatted with some friends. All this while, the tortoise kept moving, slowly but steadily. The hare looked back again and saw that he was still way out ahead. So he lay down in a pumpkin patch, closed his eyes, and pretended he was sleeping. He didn't really mean to go to sleep. He just wanted to show the tortoise that he could take a little nap and still win the race. But it was a warm day, and it wasn't long before the hare began to feel sleepy. Eventually, he nodded off and began to snore. What do you think is going to happen? Let's see. While the hare was napping, the tortoise kept moving, slowly but steadily. He wasn't fast, but he kept going, nice and steady. After 15 minutes, he crawled past the sleeping hare. After another 15 minutes, he was within a few feet of the finish line. That was when the hare woke up from his nap. He realized what had happened and set off running for the mountains as fast as he could. But it was too late. The hare arrived just in time to see the tortoise crossing the finish line before him. So, the moral of the story is, slow and steady wins the race. Were you right about who you thought was going to win the race? Did you think it would be the hare, or did you think it would be the tortoise? See, the hare was too confident in himself, and he was boasting and bragging to everyone else about how fast he was. But the tortoise knew that if he kept going at the same speed and didn't stop, he could win. And guess what? He showed everyone that slow and steady wins the race.